Okay, I'm going to be doing an unboxing and a review of the Castmaster Propane Melting Furnace GG10K. I bought this myself, and it was a Christmas gift. Now, I paid for this with my own money, but when you open it up, it has a coupon that says, give them a review, and you can get another Crucible. So I'm going to do that today. I paid for this myself. I do want my Crucible, but I will give you an honest review as well. First off, it does come double boxed. Some of the reviews that we saw says to make sure you open it up and check to make sure that everything is in one piece and not broken. That seems to be one of the biggest complaints. I'm going to move this off my table. Sorry for the leaf blower in the background, and I'll come back in just a second. All right. So the forge itself looks really nice, well put together, solid one piece. I will say they left a gap in the kail wool where they brought the two pieces together. Not ideal. I think it'll work. And here is where your Venturi burner hooks up. Looks pretty nice and squared away. Now, some of the videos I saw, people have received different Venturi burners than what is in their documentation. I did receive the Venturi burner according to the documentation. So we got your oxygen valve here, and you got propane hookup, and you got the business end. And inside, I don't like reaching inside this kail wool, is our nice fire brick. Now, a good tip also is when you burn, put a piece of cardboard between your fire brick and your crucible. Otherwise, your crucible can actually stick to the fire brick. Now, this crucible is about, that works. It's about max size. A little smaller, a little airflow would probably be better, but we'll go with it. So I'm going to go ahead and get this all set up. I'll give you a lighting of it, and then we're going to melt some metal. All right. So one thing I've just noticed is that the kail wool, the hole for the Venturi burner to go in, it's a little on the small side. You're not gonna be able to see that. Can you see it? See how it's only about half sticking out? So I'm gonna have to trim just a little bit of kail wool to make sure that gets all the way in there. Here's a better shot. You can see that the kail wool is kind of shaped like an eyeball. It's not completely round. So I'm gonna have to trim off just a little bit on that right-hand side. Now, your Venturi burner should not stick all the way into the kail wool. It should be just visible. But still, you got to have a good clean hole for your flame to come through. All right, so here's the setup. I got the forge. Got a good hole in there now. I cut away some and I squeezed some out of the way. I think we should be good there. Go along to our tank. So I've got the pressure regulator off. I'm going to turn the tank on. Oh, you know what? I got it wide. That's backwards. It says off that way. There we go. All right. Well, I'm going to give a second for that propane to dissipate, and I'll be right back. All right, let's try round two. I'm going to try to do this one-handed without dying. So, we're off here. Go back on here. And I'm going to go on. Here, a little bit coming out. Lit good. Now let's get the Venturi going. Yeah, I jumped. I did. She's kicking in there. Still not stable yet. I have to play with it and get it dialed in right, since it's my first time doing it. But everything does seem to work. Things going good. Now the problem is I was planning this and I don't have a mold for my aluminum. So I'm actually gonna have to take a quick break and might weld something up real quick. All right, we got it going. We'll see how well it goes. See, I got me my Diet Mountain Dew in there.
Smells very smoky.
There's my little ad hoc mold. I know it has weld spatter in there, which means my aluminum's probably gonna stick, but it'll work. See y'all in a little bit. All right, well, I didn't get any video while I was actually doing anything else. I was watching my son. This is a father-son kind of project thing that we got going on. It worked perfectly. I didn't have any problem, except that my first propane tank was a little low, but that's nothing wrong with the forge and the crucible. The crucible still looks great. Melted aluminum fine. Everything worked great, except for me. I must have knocked the first piece of aluminum out too early. I knew it was going to stick because the mold had weld bead on it, but I must have knocked it out too soon. And then there's my little second one. But otherwise, everything went well. All my slag. So I do recommend this with caveats of safety. Again, the Kailh wool is not sealed, so I would look that up to see how you feel about that. And like I said, our little tongs are great for adding material into the forge or into the crucible as things are melting. But in the picture, they show picking the crucible up with this, and I would not do that at all, period, whatsoever. I used a big giant pair of channel locks this time, but tomorrow I should have some actual tongs and a crucible picker up tong thing. I don't know what you call it. Anyway, you know, honestly, I don't know what my wife paid. I will add just a small other little bit to this video about the cost that we paid for it, but as long as it's not outrageously expensive, which I don't think it was because my wife wouldn't have bought it, I think it worked really good. Thanks.